Hey, what's up? It's me, JDS 4696. Now I'm going to be giving a film review for The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. Now this is the fourth and final film in the Hunger Games film series. And of course, you know, they were based on like the book series written by author Suzanne Collins. Now this final film in the series, you know, I enjoyed it. I thought it was like well made and very good, you know. But it kind of dragged towards the end of the film. It kind of like slowed down and stuff like that, you know. But I thought it was still an enjoyable film, you know. Now, for my opinion, you also have to kind of know the film series or like the books very well to know what's going on in this final installment of the series, you know. Because if you just jumped into like the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, you kind of wouldn't really understand what's going on unless you have followed like the whole series, you know. It's not really adaptable where you can just dive into it, you know, and like know like it's a new film, you know. You basically had to know what was going on with like the story itself to actually get a good understanding of what this one was about, you know. Now again, you have like the attractive Jennifer Lawrence, you know. I think she's attractive for my opinion, you know. Again, in the role of Katniss Everdeen, and she has to prepare for her final battle against the President Snow, you know, played by Donald Sutherland again, you know, because he was always played by Donald Sutherland since like the first one. So that's basically what the film is about. She has to make her way to the capital, you know, where he's like residing there, you know, like President Snow, and she has to make like one final confrontation with him, basically. So I'm not going to spoil anything, you know. You have to actually kind of know what the films were about, you know, because you know they have like a futuristic setting, well, a dystopian futuristic setting, like a future that really didn't happen, but did really happen, you know, but it was in the future basically to a certain extent. So yeah, she has to make her way to the capital to defeat President Snow, you know, and she has like her fellow like crew members along with her too as well, you know, as she's making her way there to confront them. So along the way, you know, they have to like encounter like traps and stuff like that, you know, that's trying to stop them, you know, from getting to the capital, you know. So those moments like that are intense and fun, you know. It's like a lot of action and like a lot of depths to it and stuff like that, you know. There's even a couple of shocks in the film too as well, especially like towards the end, but I don't want to spoil it, you know. Like other like familiar like actors and actresses return too for this film as well. You have like Woody Harrelson, he returns as well. Philip Seymour Hoffman. You have Julianne Moore again, you know. So all of them kind of return, you know, and some of like the other ones too, like the main like characters or stars of the film, you know. They're not really like A-list like stars, whatever, but they're kind of they return to the roles of in the film, you know. But yeah, I thought this film was cool, you know. It never really like was like, it never got like slow or anything, like it didn't drag too much. Not until really the end, you know. Like as they're making their way, you know, they have to like survive like the different like traps that were set up by President Snow and stuff like that, you know, throughout the city and stuff like that. But other than that, you know, it was like kind of fast paced and moved at a good, you know. It wasn't like boring or anything like that, you know, and it was like entertaining too. Even when there wasn't any action going on, you know, it was still like entertaining, you know, and stuff like that, you know. And I thought Jennifer Lawrence was like good as Katniss, you know. I thought she gave another good performance. But like I said, once it got kind of towards the end of the film, you know, it kind of started like dragging, you know, like it was like just carrying on too long. But at the same time, I guess it kind of makes sense for them to kind of, you know, like you could tell they was trying to actually, I guess you could say, conclude the film series, you know. So I guess that's why they kind of draw the ending of it out so kind of, you know, kind of long, you know. And there was also some kind of like shocks for me, you know, because I didn't read the book series, so I thought some of the stuff they had in there was kind of like, you know, like a shock. I didn't expect them to do that, you know, whatever. But yeah, in the end, I thought this was an entertaining film, and I seen all like the Hunger Games films, and I thought all of them were good. I saw the Hunger Games, what it was, Catching Fire. I thought that one was good. The Hunger Games, I forgot what the other one was called. Yeah, it was the Hunger Games Catching Fire. Then you had the Hunger Games Mockingjay, then Part 1. Then you had the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, which is this installment, the final installment, you know. And I thought all of them were good, you know. So I think that's why the ending kind of like dragged on somewhat, because they had to complete like the film series itself in general, you know. So yeah, in the end, I would be giving this I think I would give the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, I would give this a B, you know. I thought it was like a good film, you know. I enjoyed it a lot, you know, and I thought the other films were good too as well. And like I said before, you have to actually watch all of them, I believe, to actually get a better understanding of what the film was about, you know, so you can kind of connect what was going on. So yeah, I would be giving the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, I would give this a B. And this is my review, and this is JDS 4696.